is up, folks? Welcome to another episode of the Shots Fired podcast with DP. It's been a few weeks, but unfortunately for you, I'm still your host, chosen name Despop, real name Jay Semino, and today is 9 June 2026. Man, what a vacay. 3 weeks on a road trip, back to the East Coast, to my roots, family, friends, shenanigans, and food. The best in the country, in my opinion. I introduced the First Lady of DP Nation to New Haven Pizza, Rhode Island Italian, seafood, with even a stop in Boston. Yes, we had clam cakes and chowder. Put on at least 20 fucking pounds, and I felt it at the gym today. So, what did I miss? I know probably a shit ton, but I did catch this while on the road.
Over the past few months, the RJC spent more than $5 million to defeat Thomas Massie. And let me say very clearly tonight, that was a fight worth having and a victory worth celebrating. When someone repeatedly undermines support for Israel, traffics in isolationism, at a moment of global danger, and refuses to stand with the Jewish state when it matters most, there has to be consequences.
So, here I am, driving along 90, doing a crisp 85 while listening to the Kyle Seraphin show. Right at the moment he played that clip. Only by the grace of my God and his very real son Jesus did we survive. I almost drove across the highway. Call it a mini stroke, split-second blackout, whatever. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had to back the show up to listen to it again. So this dude, wearing an American flag pin, is bragging about his people bringing down another American for the sole purpose of not bending the knee to Israel, a foreign state. Did that really fucking happen? He just said, any of you American citizens who don't swear allegiance to Israel will face consequences. On what fucking planet am I on?
American Jewry has got to be this country's greatest patriots. We are running out of places to live, right? Aren't we? And we have got to make sure that we have a Congress that will stand with Israel and a president that will stand with Israel, and no organization has done a better job than RJC. I was so honored to speak at Yeshiva University the other day and challenge the future of American Jewry, challenging them to be tougher and kinder, to be more prosperous and more generous, to be harder working and less apologetic, and to be the best versions of who we know we are supposed to be. What I'm doing now, when you go to Israel and you ask, what can we do? What do they tell you? Come visit. Bring somebody else. Come back. So right now, all my work is taking congressional leaders to Congress with U.S. Israel Education Association and teaching Congress the biblical Jewish roots of their Christian faith, and they come back to Congress and they stand with Israel because they're biblically commanded to.
American Jews are the greatest patriots? Jews are running out of places to live? Biblically fucking commanded to? These guys claim to be American. Moreover, they claim to be Republicans. Do you remember how Republicans felt during the 2020 election cycle when over 80 million Americans allegedly voted for a man who never left his basement, not once? That was enraging, was it not? Well, these two fucks are bragging about bringing down a real American and the realest Republican we know and replacing him with a guy who, get this, wouldn't leave his fucking basement. The man wouldn't debate. Faggot. They took a guy and bought his seat in Congress, and all he did was pull a Joe Biden a la 2020. So, I ask again, on what fucking planet am I on? Now, before I go any further, I am not, and I repeat, I am not one of these fucknuts out there scared of the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. I don't believe they're in control of the universe and are waiting under each rock, waiting to pounce. Never have. And I feel any nation has a right to swift eye for an eye justice when attacked. And I'm also of the no rules to engagement kind of mentality. I feel for these people over there. I really do. Oh, your school was sitting on top of the enemy barracks? Oh fucking well, blame your government. Light 'em up, my Hebrew friends. With that said, I can't understand for the life of me why the chosen people say some of the shit they say, like the two aforementioned fucktards. These are not dumb people. These are calculated statements. They gotta know that statements like this turn people. It's like you want me to hate you. Like, bro, come on, I ain't the enemy. You would think that the most oppressed people in history would have learned by now how to win me over. Your people have been at this since literally the beginning of man. Read the fucking room, bro. But then it hits me. Anti-Semitism. Wow, you can't read a news article on any MSM site and not see a story about anti-Semitism. We're bombarded daily with it. So, could it be victimhood? As in modern victimhood? You know, the grift, the victimhood grift, the victimhood that comes with endless shekels of capital, financial capital, political capital. How much capital has victimhood raised for, say, BLM? How much of that capital ended up in the hands of the black community? Not a fucking penny. But the grift still paid the fuck out of the BLM staff, the victims on the BLM staff, to the tune of tens of millions. A grift learned by Jesse and Al years ago. Could it be this? The more people hate you, the better? Like, check this out, for example. If you're critical of that behavior, you're a bigot. If you're critical of the chosen people's behavior, you're an anti-Semite. Just asking a critical question like, are you okay? What's wrong with you? Do you think that's normal? But it's clear that she just wants people to fucking hate her. That wasn't a celebration. That wasn't elation. That wasn't pride. That was, hey, all you watching, yeah, fuck you. And even if you don't hate her, you certainly don't like her. And see, that's enough. That's all it takes to say, we still got a long way to go, give us money, or never again. So, while I don't hate the Heb community at all, you're really making it fucking hard to not root against you. Read the fucking room. Shalom. Guess what else happened when I was gone? This fuck resigned in oh wait, was that an anal prolapse? No. Shit, it was, sorry. Wow, I clearly clicked on the Brian O'Hara image. Must have been AI. There it went again. Sorry. I'll get this right. This video is definitely getting tossed from YouTube. Anyway, that's better. Yeah, this fuck. He gone. And hopefully the truth comes out, as I'm sure it will. I'm personally working on it myself. Yep, the going narrative put out by his gum-guzzling boss is bullshit. That's the story they hope ends the story. Look, folks, I'm well versed in police department politics. I was a part of it. I was a victim of it. And mayors, like this piece of shit, the dirty ones, they know who to look for. And they seek out two things. One, that their chief carries the mayor's political narrative, as in liberal mayor, liberal talking points police chief. And number two, they look for a compromised or compromisable candidate. Is compromisable a word? Don't know. They want someone as dirty as they are, who will never go against the narrative or refuse a command, or even if that command is unethical or criminal. It happens everywhere. But in this case, it was apparent from his hiring. Where did he come from? Newark, New Jersey, where he was the public safety commissioner. Who appointed him there? This clown, Ras Baraka, the same Ras Baraka arrested for storming an ICE detention facility. So, this isn't the first dirty, vile mayor that has appointed him to lead a PD. In my experience, that's a no-no. You know what else is a no-no? Bringing someone in from Newark fucking New Jersey to run your department. Wouldn't you think that you would want someone from, say, not a total shithole? Like, you want to be police chief and your resume is Newark? That's hardly a success story. And this is the guy he chooses? Sorry again. This guy being dirty is why Jacob Frey chose him. But as is the case in all of these scenarios, the fuck-ups become too much to cover for. And as mayor, you're left with a choice. Cover for him and lose all your future political aspirations, or cut the cord with what I'm sure will be a healthy payout/hush fund. So, goodbye to Chief Creatine, you roided out homo. I can't wait to hear all the juicy, legit details. Okay, end of rant. Now it's time for the final call. On this date, June 9th in 2022, police officer Kenneth Winston Kroom of the Meridian Police Department, Mississippi, was shot and killed while responding to a domestic violence call at the 2400 block of 51st Avenue in Meridian at 5:30 p.m. Other officers responding to the call discovered that Officer Kroom and a victim of the domestic violence had been shot. Both were pronounced dead a short time later. In his final act of service, Officer Kroom donated his organs. The male suspect had fled the scene but was arrested the following morning by members of a United States Marshal Service task force in Choctaw County. He pleaded guilty to capital murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Officer Kroom had served with the Meridian Police Department for almost 2 years and had previously served with the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office, the Jackson PD, the Brookhaven PD, and the Hinds County Sheriff's Office. He was survived by his parents and siblings. Also on this date, back in 1972, Deputy Sheriff Wesley Green Cole, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office, Oklahoma, was shot and killed after he responded to a call of a man breaking into automobiles in the parking lot of an upscale hotel at the interchange of I-44 and Peoria Avenue. Deputy Cole was working a secondary security job at the hotel when he was notified that somebody was rummaging through cars. When Deputy Cole asked for identification, the man pulled out a .25 caliber handgun and opened fire. Deputy Cole was able to return fire with his revolver. Both men emptied their weapons in the shootout and both were fatally wounded. Deputy Cole was a United States Army Air Force World War II veteran and had served with the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office for 10 years. He was survived by his wife, son, and 3 daughters. Lastly, on this date, back in 1885, Deputy Sheriff William Daniels of the Cochise County Sheriff's Office, Arizona, was killed when he was ambushed by Apache Indians near Bisbee. He was riding with 2 companions when his horse was shot and killed. The horse fell on him, pinning him to the ground. He used his rifle to defend himself, but was quickly overwhelmed by the Indians, who cut his throat. His companions fled back to Bisbee for help. When they returned, they were unable to locate the Indians. Back in 1883, he had apprehended 3 of the 5 men who killed Deputy Sheriff Tom Smith of the Cochise County Sheriff's Department. Deputy Daniels was a Union Civil War veteran who served as a private with the Nebraska 2nd Cavalry Company. He was survived by his wife and 5 young children. May they all continue to rest in peace. And we'll finish with the timeline cleanse. I'm hearing it's a vid of Chief Diana Ball in a wig clearing a house. But before we go, as always, to all those out there struggling with that mental demon, remember to stop, breathe, and survive. Later, bitches.
That's it, 3 shots. Keep moving.
Get him, Jay.
You got DP'd.